Wait, all this is wasted footage. Oh, dude. Yeah, but see, yeah, it's just a level of consistency. I feel like because at some point, like we gotta have to move on. But I can't keep doing this. I can't keep like every week. You know, we is podcast every 2 weeks. For the past 2.5 months, I've been trying to get people together, time wise, to come and do this podcast. I can't consistently run behind you. You know what I mean? To come and do the podcast. This should be in your schedule. If this is something you say you committed to doing, like I ain't forcing you to do it. You know what I mean? That's a commitment you made. I asked you, I propose everything to you, and if you accept, or you was willing to jump on board, then say that, do that. Just be a man of your word, bro. That's all it is. I can't just keep going back and forth with niggas over the same shit. It's disappointing. We could have been way further ahead than we are now. But that's neither here nor there. Fuck that. Cameras rolling now? They sure they is? God damn it. Welcome to the 2 for 2 podcast. I don't have my drops right now. I'm upset about that. A lot of shit ain't going right, but we can make this work. This is episode 28 or 29, maybe. 28, 29, one of those episodes. One of y'all should know. No? 28, right? Yeah, this is episode 28 of the 2 for 2 podcast. This is a very solo episode. I'm doing it by myself, but we could pull through. We've been gone for a while. I'd like to start off with an apology to the people that support us. I just want to let y'all know that we've been in the lab trying to get things together, trying to work out some kinks. It's always going to be crossroads in every venture you have in life. So we bumped into a few walls, just trying to get everybody back on board, trying to get everybody back on track and keep this thing consistent for you guys. I don't want to continuously just disappear without any word. I actually wanted to do a few things. I wanted to do some promotional videos. I didn't get a chance to do that, but we could get to all of that. Things can get better. But yeah, we here. Episode 28 by myself. We got some music we supposed to look into. A few things we've been missing. We've been missing for how long? Maybe 2 months, 2.5 months. And that time we had a few things musically we could have gotten to. What was it? We got Kendrick Lamar album came out 2 months ago, a month ago. That sat with me for a while. I think that's the best rap album so far. He's a genius. Point blank. I know I come on here and say that a lot. It's a few people I cape for in rap. Kendrick is one of them. I don't think he has that large of a fan base here in the Bahamas, but what he does musically, sonically, this as an artist, he is top tier to me. One of the best in our time. I'm more than appreciative to be able to live through and experience some of his music. I feel like his last 3 projects, maybe they were the best projects of this decade. I wouldn't want to say that about this record yet. This album just yet. I want to give it some time. Just came out. It sat well with me. I like the features. I like the song arrangements. Like the album was called Mr. Big with the Big Steppers and Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, right? Let me look at it. Yeah, the album was Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Yes, that's his. I think that's Kendrick's 5th or 4th studio album. That to me, I would place this right now. I'd place this second, and is just where I rank his albums. I'd To Pimp a Butterfly to me was one of his. That's one of my favorite albums from him. To Pimp a Butterfly, Good Kid, Mad City. I would rank this third. Then let me put it like that. Yeah, I'd rank this third. Good Kid, Mad City. I would give To Pimp a Butterfly first. Good Kid, Mad City second. This Mr. Morale third. Then Dam, and his first album, his very first album / mixtape, whatever it is. He's finally, I think this is his last album with Top Dog Entertainment. So he's now a free agent officially. I think that's big. Yeah, this album is amazing. It had a few it's had a few records on there I didn't like. A few of them I skipped to this day. One of my favorites is Mother I Sober. That's one of my favorite songs on the album. We had him. Who else came out? We had Fabio. That was a disappointing album. Drake came out on Honestly Nevermind. This was a dance album, surprisingly. I didn't go to it right away. Soon, like everybody jumped on it as soon as he announced it, because I think he announced it a few hours before it dropped. I didn't go to it right away. I sat with that. Maybe like 2 days later, I went to the album. I wouldn't say I don't like it. It just isn't for me. Like, to me, I don't want to hear a dance album, especially when your last two projects weren't that hot. That like they were disappointing to me, in my opinion. So I didn't want to hear this from Drake. Hmm? Well, yeah, we know what this comes with. I know why. Like you would make a dance album around this time, the TikTok era. Like I seen it coming from when he made the album. The little teaser he made. What's it called? Y'all can help me out with Tootsie Slide. I think that was, what's it called? Dark Lane something. Yeah, dark something demo. What's it called? Yeah, Dark Lane demo tapes. I gotta see it coming. Like I know he made Tootsie Slide for like TikTok and stuff like that. A lot of artists are jumping on the bandwagon of this TikTok era and them gaining streams and revenue from TikTok. So this album's gonna be one of those. I could see it now. The record Sticky is playing a lot already. I could see that that's an outsider. That's for the pool parties and stuff like that. Yeah. This particular album isn't for me. Just like his last two projects weren't for me particularly. I don't like Drake with too much singing. You know what I mean? Like I know he is. Yeah, he's one of those melodic, and he found this sound, this melodic era of rappers, but I don't like when he sing. Like he gives me too much records where he's singing. Like, and then on top of that, now he's on the dance. He's on this dance tip. I don't really like it. People do. People like it. I could see where he's going with it. I could see why, like in this time, he just got a new record deal, a 360. I think it's worth over 340 million. So, yeah, you could see that giving him artistic freedom, I guess, because Drake has given you songs like this before, One Dance, Controller, stuff like that, where he gets into his Afro beats and stuff like that, but never a full album of just dance music. Yeah, I don't need that from Drake. Who else came out? We got a few. That's what I gave him props for with this record. I mean, sorry, with this album. Like he gave us something new. Like I've literally been asking for that. Like I felt like Drake kept himself in the box for his last three projects. That he didn't branch out or he didn't elevate artistically. Yeah, he played it safe, basically. But I felt like he did a better job in branching out and like giving people what they don't expect from him, which is a full record. I mean, a full album of just dance music. Dirk came out with a deluxe. Giveon came out, and then we have Chris Brown, Breezy. Giveon, I didn't listen to it yet. I'm gonna get to it, I promise. Chris Brown, I want to talk about that. First of all, I don't like I don't like I don't like the fact that his first week sales it was basically a flop. I think it was 140,000 records sold first week. But I've learned over the time, like I learned over some time now that first weeks don't matter. Like 3-4 years ago, you could give it a time where first week record sales like really mattered, but I would check this over a month's time when it grows on people because that's what most of Chris Brown album does. It grows on you. When he made I think Heartbreak on a Full Moon, that was 43 tracks. That took me through the whole entire summer and winter, like that album, just listening to the album, getting familiar with it. So I can imagine people like gradually growing into this album. Chris Brown, I don't think he is someone people just run to immediately. Like, and to be honest with you, he lost a lot of fans, like with all his debacle and a lot of the things he went through in his career in terms of like just fucking being Chris Brown. But I think this is a great album. This is an awesome album, by the way. I give this at least an 8 so far. Isn't I don't think it was too much songs. I don't think I even skipped a song. Some of my favorites, I could go down the track list. Some of my favorites were, well, these first 6 was bangers. And majority of them was features. They got Until the Wheels Fall Off with Dirk. Like that's one of my favorites. Cab with Fabio Foreign. He gave you 2 different, like the first half of this album, because there's 24 songs on this album. The first half on this album, it's majority. The first half is majority club bangers. Maybe like he got into the Afro beats. He got into the drill music. He got into some rapping. He had Dirk, like the album with Dirk, the record with Dirk. He had a little bit of rapping on there. Possessive with Lil Wayne and Blue. Well, Chris always really gives you a few bars, you know. But I don't think it's like he ain't no punchline, you know, lyrical beast, but he gives you a few lines, on most of his songs. So I like the Possessive with Wayne and Blue. Addictive is one of my favorites. That's Addicted. Sorry, with Lil Baby. Call Me Every Day with Wizkid. That's one of those Afro beats. And then I think after track 11, that's where you get into that's when he slows it down and get into his real R&B bag. They did a good job with production on this album. Song placement, Chris sounds good. He sounds amazing. The only thing I don't like is the mastering of the album. I feel like a lot of the records, they didn't close out the records well enough. You know what I mean? I felt like they could have been closed out. Like some of the records at the end, they just stopped. You know what I mean? There was no fade out, no nothing like that. So I felt like it could have been a little better part on the mixing and mastering. But other than that, this is a great album. It's a great project. I expect nothing but greatness from him because that's all he delivers. Even with a 40 plus record album, he gives you nothing but bangers. So yeah, it's really good. I didn't really see too much things come out this Friday that I was too interested in. Let me see. Well, last Friday, sorry. Yeah, not too much. Nah, ain't nobody at all. So yeah, that's all I got for music. I got Beyonce's coming out in a few weeks, about a month. So We got Beyonce coming. It's gonna be a good summer for music. We had Kendrick, um, Chris Brown's out, Drake came out, Beyonce's coming out. All the big names are just trying to put their mark on the summer, I guess. So it's gonna be a pretty good summer. A lot of kickboxing, pool parties, and stuff like that. Get yourself ready for those vibes. Yeah, I apologize because I don't have my computer ready. I could have played some of these tracks, but apparently my mix is doing shit. But yeah. Um, what else we got? We ran over a few things in post production, but like I don't have no one to really communicate with on the podcast, so it's gonna be kind of difficult to have these conversations. R. Kelly was arrested, well, not arrested, but he was sentenced to 30 years in prison last week Thursday. Yeah, last week Thursday. The artist is 55 and was convicted last September in New York. Okay, for racketeering. So he got convicted for the racketeering charges last September, and he was awaiting sentence until that was last week Wednesday. Okay, last week Wednesday he was convicted. Was sentenced to 30 years. He's now 55. Just gonna come out at 85. That's ridiculous. That's some good time. But hey, that's what you get, I guess. My thoughts on this is he deserves to be put away underneath the jail, wherever you want to put him, place him wherever. But we have to give the same energy to everyone else. You know what I mean? We can't just be so quick to cancel and throw away all of our kind, you know what I mean, of our people. And then at the end of the day, we still, because they got a movie for what's his name, Elvis Presley, coming out. You know what I mean? Well, he got married alleged. His wife, his first wife, was 13, and I think he was like 26 or something like that. So, yeah, he's been on record like with younger women. And the thing is that the news and media don't highlight those stuff. So we got to give that energy to everybody. You know what I mean? We can't just give it to our own and be so quick to, we never play his music again and whatever, what's not. But yeah. Huh? This been long. Like this trial been going on for over 10 years. And like in the court of public opinion, I guess, when you put it like that. But yeah, he deserves the time he got. I hope this is a lesson to other people, you know what I mean? I feel like he shouldn't be the only one up there. I feel like they had a lot of people that aided in what he was doing. So he needs, like, they should be there with him, or they should be next, you know what I mean? To be convicted. What else we've missed? What's his name? Young Tug and the Slime Gang. They were indicted on racketeering charges as well. It's not looking good for them. Him, Gunna, a few other guys of the Young Slime. What do they call them? What? Young Slime Gang? Slime Life or whatever. Yeah, a few of them. Yeah, they were arrested and convicted on racketeering charges. It's not looking good for Thug, to be honest with you. Yeah, they denied. Everyone's bail was denied. Young Thug was the latest. So I don't have too much on this. My thoughts is, so I've heard it's been alleged that they used the evidence they used to convict them was a lot of it in their rap lyrics. So I hope a lot of rappers are taking notes. Stop snitching on yourself, especially like laying out the crime detailed and piece by piece in your rap. That's to me that's insane. Man, let me talk. You start the camera like to talk. So yeah, um, yeah, he was indicted on controversial use of. Okay, yeah, I'm not with this. I'm not with them using rap lyrics in court because it's art. It's freedom of speech. It's artistical expression. Yeah, artistic freedom, but they also got to stop the self snitching. You know what I mean? Just stop laying out your crimes during your raps. Thomas, you might be in the front of the camera, in front of the receiver. But yeah, prayers to all the victims involved and their families. Prayers to Young Thug family because he's feeding a lot of people. Like, regardless of the fact, we don't know if it's whatever is alleged is true, but he's involved with a lot of businesses. He's feeding a lot of families, a lot of mouths to feed. So I could imagine having to cope with this and everybody that's involved, like having to try to figure out where do we go now that he's the lead guy in charge of a lot of things and he's out of there. So that's sad. And yeah. But like I said, exactly. But hey, I'm not the judge or jury of this, so we gotta see. We'll see where this goes. Hopefully justice is served in any event, in all cases. But what else we got? We got but they had a mass shooting today in Illinois. So today is 4th of July. Happy 4th of July to all the Americans and everybody to support our podcast from America to USA. Or on the 4th. Oh wow. See these headlines, the headlines really is this really is trigger you. Like they always use these triggering words. Horror on the 4th. Suspect in custody after 6 killed, dozens wounded at Highland Park. 4th of what? 4th of July? Parade. Wow, that's crazy. So apparently a gunman, I guess, attended a 4th of July parade somewhere in Illinois. Oh, he was shooting from the roof. Okay. More than 8 hours after a man opened fire with a high-powered rifle on the attendant Highland Park 4th of July, on the 10th, July parade, killing 6 people and wounding dozens. The suspected gunman was pulled over peacefully on the US 41 in Lake Forest. See, that's the thing. The other day, I forgot what state it was, but they had a killing where this guy no, not the super value, the supermarket killing. No, just a few days ago, a guy they shot him. I don't know if you could pull up the video, but they shot him 60 times. They shot at him 90 times. It was a high speed chase that ended in him finally giving up or jumping out the car. I don't know. I didn't see the video, but I heard. Right. So he tried to escape then. He tried to escape the vehicle and they shot him. But I heard they found, allegedly they found the gun in the car. at the time when they shot him. Like shot at him 90 times and hit him 60 times. That's overkill. Those officers should be under the investigation. Really. They should really be under investigation. See, that's my issue right there. Like why is it in these instances with their kind, it doesn't end in that. It doesn't end in death. No, but they have instances where like black people they actually subdue. And they actually well, I wouldn't say give up, but you know what I mean? They actually cooperate. And it still ends in violence. If not them being killed, them being severely injured. Why is it always these guys get taken to McDonald's or to Burger King, or they brought into custody unharmed, unscathed, but on our end, it's a totally different thing. I don't get that. Yeah, it's just like a lot of officers operate, especially in the US, when they see our kind out of fear. Like we are ultimate threat. Yeah, like that is tribalism. So it's like it's an ultimate threat, and I don't think they should be on the force, or I don't think they should be able to serve and protect with that mindset. That's the thing. I don't know how they train them. I don't know how they train them to begin with. So we have to start from there. The training is what really embeds the way they think or the way they operate in. Well, well. I know they come with a certain mentality and how some of them are raised and their ultimate perception of who we are. So, besides that, like, what are they being taught in these academies, police academies? Like, they have to be. It has to be some implementation that we are a threat in some way, because they always treat us with more aggression than any other race. It's ridiculous. But that's sad. Prayers and prayers and condolences to everybody that was involved. Any victims, their family members. It's just sad. Like you're seeing, yeah, I'm talking about all this. Like you're just seeing this every day. That's why I don't watch the news for the same reason. Like it's depressing. Every other day is something, and it's starting to become more mass shootings this year than anything. Yeah, it's like a chain reaction. But that's sad. I don't have anything else on this because I'm just hearing about this just now. So yeah, it's still a developing story. I don't want to say too much on this. Hopefully justice is served. Like I said, prayers to the families and victims involved. And man, it's a tough time. You guys got to keep your head on the swivel. Just try to be safe and try to stay safe. Try to take yourself away from environments where you may be harmed. But nowadays, you never know. You go to the church, you go to the supermarket, and that could be your last day. You know what I mean? Like you might not make it home, and it's sad. Like I don't even know what to say. That's like I went out Saturday. I went out to the little spot, the Bond. They had a performance or appearance by Moneybag Yo, and just that day, like I know I wanted to go, but just to know that I was gonna be around so much people, like I was feeling super anxious. You know what I mean? Like anxiety was kicking my ass. Cause I find myself now being more comfortable in more subtle environments. Like back then, I wouldn't mind a crowd over 100 people, a few hundred people. But now I'm in a crowd like that. It's ridiculous. I'm in a water place. Yeah, like I really feel my anxiety. And I mean, when I got there and I settled down, everything was all right. It wasn't as bad as I was thinking it was. But just to see myself now at this age, not wanting to be around a crowd, that's how you know when you know what I mean, you involved in some way. But yeah, I try to stay away from crowds nowadays. That ain't my thing no more. I think both. I think it's a little bit of both. A little bit of I don't want to be in a situation where something pops off. You know what I mean? And it doesn't have to be me involved. It could be somebody that I'm close with. It could be me being just a lucky buyer. You know what I mean? Or a stand, what they call it? A stand buyer. You know what I mean? Sometimes you might want to be nosy and looking into the fight and then pow. You know what I mean? I don't want to be involved in those situations. So I'd rather stay away. I much rather more chill vibes, more kickbox, pool parties. You invite me on your boat. You know what I mean? I don't mind. When it comes to clubs, nah, that ain't my thing no more. I definitely ain't my thing no more. Certain bars you can't get me to. Like it have to really be I know it a lot. I would have to know go in there prior that it's a control environment. You know what I mean? So yeah, right. But I had a good time nonetheless. Um, I wish I had gone out earlier so I could catch some more of the festivities. But I had a good time, short time. Probably been out for about 4 hours. At 2 o'clock now, I notice I gotta be in bed by 2. Like I can't be out and doing the 3, 4, 5 o'clock. Nah. And I didn't even drink that much. Yeah, that's it. Now that's it for sure. Cause I just be yawning wherever it is. Like I in the middle of the club yawning. All right, I ready to go now. But yeah, well, I had a good time. So yeah, guys, just be safe out there. A lot of shootings going on here too. A lot of robberies, a lot of retaliation. Just please try to watch your environments. Keep your head on the swivel. I can't say it enough, but yeah. What else we got? Some sports. Kevin Durant requested a trade from the Brooklyn Nets. We don't know where he's going. His preferred destinations would be Phoenix and Miami. I don't think none of those teams could accommodate what Brooklyn would be looking for, but you never know. You never know in the NBA. I would think that Brooklyn would be looking for another all-star player and maybe 2 picks, an all-star player, a good bench or role player, and then 2 picks. That's what I think Brooklyn would be looking for Kevin Durant. Don't know if they would get it. They might just get a bunch of pick swaps just to level off with. Well, they might need the salary too. I think they got Katie on contract for another 4 years. So I think he got 4 years, 148 million or 147. See, I don't know who Phoenix would have to give up. I don't think they're gonna give up Bridges, and I know Brooklyn would want him. I don't think they're gonna give him up. I don't think. I think DeAndre Ayton is a restricted free agent. Don't quote me on that, but I'm sure because he wants an extension. But I don't think Phoenix wants to give him one, so they might let him walk. But definitely, if Kevin Durant goes to Phoenix, he wants to play with Chris Paul and Devin Booker. So I don't think they would I don't think they would think about adding Booker into a trade deal. We'll see where this leads us. We'll see where Kevin Durant lands. Kyrie Irving is possibly going to be traded from the Nets as well. Sources are saying that he may go to the Lakers, or the Lakers are in talks and cahoots with Brooklyn for him. They're the only team that seem desperate for him. Like, I don't think nobody's going to really trade for him. I didn't really watch the draft, so I don't have a lot to say on that. Um, what else we got in sports? Oh, the Bahamas. Bahamas. Shout out to the Bahamas. Shout out to the Bahamas national basketball team. They made it to the final. I think the finals in the qualifiers in FIFA. So yeah, Buddy Hill had about 24 points or more. I think he had like 30 points. Yeah, 30, 34 points. So shout out to them. This is the first time in a long time we had a really good team that could be able to qualify. So yeah, it's good to see that. I'd like to see how far they go. Hopefully they do. What else we got? Not much to really talk about. All I could say is I appreciate everybody that continues to support this podcast. We'll continue to push forward. We continue to find new ways to entertain you guys. Like I said before, I apologize for the absence. Without any notice, anything, we just disappeared. But we gotta sort out some things internally so that we could be able to provide you guys with great content. As you can see, this was unplanned. I didn't plan to sit here and do a podcast for myself, but it happens and the show must go on. We've been putting it off for too long, so I don't want to continuously um, put off, and then we lose more momentum. I feel like we've lost a lot of momentum in the past few weeks. We're just trying to gain that back, trying to get everybody back on board. But we need consistency on this podcast. I'll be the first to admit it, and I'll be the person to drive that home. So you guys gonna be seeing more from us as of recent, well, as of now. Um, and yeah, like I said, I appreciate you guys for being there, continuing to support us. Just have patience with us. We're gonna make this thing better. I promise. And yeah, try to get out here. Until next time, may the universe grant us serenity to accept the things that we can change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Until next time, be out of this, bitch.